What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and today I'm team building around physically defensive Vaporeon for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. I really like this thing's ability to counter Cinderace as well as rain teams that tend to run like Barraskewda and Dracovish. It has two weaknesses, being electric and grass, so I think a perfect defensive complement to it is Celebi because it's obviously able to resist both of those, but the important thing is Celebi can take on Zeraora. I haven't seen like any knockoff Zera recently. They're all Plasma Fists, Close Combat, Grass, not Play Rough, because Play Rough is able to threaten Dragapult while also hitting Komodo, so I don't think I have much to worry about regarding that. We'll make it an offensive spread because I don't think I need to take the knockoffs from it, and then we'll go ahead and run. I think we'll go mono attacking with Psychic. I mean, I'll have U-turn too, and then we'll go Stealth Rocks and Recover on the set because you can actually 1v1 things just by spamming Recover and trying to fish for Spidef drops from Psychic. Like, you have 16 of them. If you can Spidef drop once, you can beat Pokemon like Bulky, Clefable, and whatnot. So that's pretty useful. Let's go ahead and run 4 in Spidef and move on. I guess we'll go Fizdef because it is my Zera check after all. In case they crit 2 player-ups in a row, maybe that 4 EVs will help me out. But I think from here, I definitely need a Rotom Heat check. That's the other electric type that's definitely going to be a problem. Overheat plus Volt Switch just kind of blows these two away. I think, thinking of it, I'm going to go Dragapult, and there's a couple reasons for this. It's great against Rotom Heat, and Hydreigon is able to very easily sub on either of these Pokemon because I don't have Dazzle or I don't have Ice Beam. So I can infiltrate that and then break through it with Draco and just knock it out. So I think Specs Dragapult is kind of perfect alongside these two offensively. We'll go Draco, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, and I'm thinking U-turn is fine. So now we have double U-turn. Not really much to take advantage of it though. Like, I'm not going to be U-turning into Vaporeon to get kills, so if Dragapult can't get kills, I need something that it can U-turn out on that can get the kills, so maybe I should figure that out. Those are not the correct EVs. Let's go ahead and run Timid Nature with 4 in Spidef, and yeah, I really like Spexy Dragapult alongside these. We even have the Natural Cure, so I don't really have to care about Seismitoad toxicking us or whatnot. I can basically scout for status moves using Celebi every time, so that's really good. But from here, I'd really need a Ghost Resist. A Ghost Resist would be really useful considering, like, Specs Dragapult, at least opposing Specs Drag would 6-0 this team, as well as Dragon Dance Dragapult. Like, I guess that's a bit less of a threat because I do have the Scald Toxic Fizdef Vaporeon, but Specs is a really big issue. Same with Aegislash. Specs Aegislash would be a problem because I don't have Earth Power on the Celebi, so what do I want to do about all of that? I think, regarding Aegislash, the only good counter is Mandibuzz, so do I just run that and not really think too much else? Like, I really don't think there's any good Specs Aegislash counter besides Mandibuzz. Maybe like AV Tyranitar, but I don't even know if that takes 2 Splash Cannons at all, so yeah, we'll go Mandibuzz right here and just stick with that. Kind of a boring pick, but if I have to do it, I will. And then I'll go ahead and run 4 in defense because I really don't want to get swept by random Ghost-type Pokemon. I say that, but Mimikyu is also a really big problem right now, so I maybe want to figure that out next. Minus Special Attack is actually the correct nature. With Overcoat, Heavy Duty Boots, and we'll go ahead and let's just run U-turn, Knock Off, Roost, and Defog, so the only good Mandibuzz set in my opinion. I guess Foul Play is kind of viable if you need to break through stuff like Bulk Up Zera, but I think what I want to do now is, well, that's only if you predict them to bulk up. Like, obviously it's really risky to make a play like that, but a lot of people randomly go hard Zera on Mandibuzz sometimes, just expecting a more passive play like Defog or Roost, and if you can catch that with Foul Play, that's actually really good, but obviously I'm not going to take advantage of that. Knockoff is pretty good either way. But I did mention Mimikyu. Mimikyu would beat my team pretty badly because if I don't get the Scald Burn, it's going to SD multiple times just to sweep my team, so a check to that is what I need. So, what can do that? Obstagoon unfortunately doesn't have the speed tier. If it did, I could run that and have an offensive dark type that could be immune to Shadow Sneak. Are there any other good normal types that could check Mimikyu and not care about Shadow Sneak? Normal? I think there should be something, right? Diggersby wouldn't be bad. I could run Scarf Diggersby, and I'll be able to Earthquake it. In fact, Break Disguise as it SDs, Diggersby will definitely revenge with Earthquake every time, so I think I'll just go ahead and do that and run enough speed for like Dracovish and Dracozolt. That's that much, and then we can go ahead and run 24 here. Unfortunately, this doesn't have the speed tier to outspeed Zeraora, but it's once again going to force coverage. Like, if they have knockoff randomly over close combat, then they can't beat my Diggersby because I live a Grass Knot. Obviously, I want huge power, then we'll go Choice Scarf, and we'll run U-turn. Actually, no. I don't think I need more U-turn. Don't we have 3 U-turn users? Yeah. I'm gonna go Quick Attack, Body Slam, Earthquake, and Fire Punch to be able to break through Corviknight. That's why Diggersby is so good. Corviknight's the best counter, but if you catch it with Fire Punch, you can play Mind Games and try to double out as they switch out, or if you knock out the Corviknight with the next Fire Punch, you just kind of win with Earthquake from what I've noticed, so that's really where I think Scarf Diggersby shines, but obviously best case scenario, just don't run into Corviknight, and that's even better. From here, we have 1 slot left. What do I want? What is the team weak to? The team is kind of Bisharp weak, is what I'm noticing. Like, +2 Sucker Punch plus Knockoff and Iron Head is a really big issue, so what can counter that? Hydreigon wouldn't be bad. I could double up on Dragons, but I would also be doubling up on Darks, which wouldn't be bad. It would give me another ground immunity. Conkeldurr is fine too. Like, I could run Mach Punch plus Facade. And actually, I think I run that, because if I ran Hydreigon, I would actually have no way to break through physically defensive fairy types like Clefable and Sylveon. And what I'm actually going to do with this conch, as you'll see, is I'm going to make it really fast, like faster than most conchs. We'll go up to 174, which allows me to outspeed offensive Clefable, any defensive Sylveon or defensive Clefable as well. And then I can utilize like Facade boosted with the Guts to help out my Diggersby and Dragapult, so that's really good. We'll go Mach Punch, Drain Punch, and Earthquake with Flame Orb, and I think that'll be the team, so we have like 3 defensive Pokemon, even though this is really that defensive, and then we have 3 offensive threats, so I kind of like the team composition. Abilities look good, let's go ahead and play. Alright, I have a game right here. This is actually the second time I'm trying to record with this team. The first time, which was today morning, I got so unlucky that I decided it wasn't worth continuing on tilt like that. There was a game where I went 15 Body Slams against a Mandibuzz. They were the last 2 alive, the Mandibuzz and my Diggersby. I didn't get a single para the entire time and got 1v1'd by Roost and Knockoff, but this guy's really weak to Shadow Ball from Dragapult. I can take advantage of that. Let's go ahead and I could just lead with it, to be honest, against Torkoal. Against the Rune, I can just Shadow Ball too. I'm kind of scared here. I don't actually know what this wants to do to me, but I think it might die. Okay, so it's able to hang on. I'm gonna go to maybe Mandibuzz here. Now I can just Shadow Ball again on the rocks. Okay. So they might be Specs Eruption Torkoal then. But I think the important thing is just make sure that I keep the correct Pokemon alive, and I should be good to go here. We'll make the Mandibuzz play on the U-turn. I don't know why they did that. They're just stalling their Trick Room. I think you should have just gone Crawdaunt immediately. Let's get rid of these hazards. I don't care if he Specs Eruption. Like, it'll hurt, but I'll take the hit, and then like, who's stopping my Diggersby after this? Okay, so they're able to knock me out. I think the better play is actually to go Dragapult and just Shadow Ball again, because they're clearly locked into Eruption. If they leave it in, it's going to do no damage at all, so why wouldn't I do this, right? Yep, they're going to opt to do that, but look at that, 34%, not enough. And I'll be able to get rid of the Torkoal. Yeah, I don't even know where I am on the ladder right now. That's how bad it was this morning, but I think I'm at least 1600, so at least there's that. I'll check in between games. Here's the Celebi. It's going to try to get up Trick Room. Let's see if it can live this at all. Ooh, it's Kasib. Looks like it would have lived it anyway. I'll live whatever it wants to. Actually, do I want to get put in range of Aqua Jet? Probably not. We'll make this play into my own Celebi here. Ooh, good double, dude. Okay, definitely have to give him credit there, because now he gets a kill with Knockoff. Okay, I'll sack this off then. And then I think I have to go Conch, right? Yeah, I have to. I think Conch probably wins it for me, though. Okay, they're not locked in. I should have noticed when I saw Life Orb, but I think it's fine. They can go Hatterene here. I'll obviously switch out this and go... Well, Vaporeon's a really passive play. That's the problem. It'll just give them another Trick Room for free, which I don't know how much I like. Maybe the better play is to go Diggersby. Yeah, let's make the Diggersby play. And at least by doing this, I can maybe put them in range of Vaporeon Scald with Earthquake. I could try to Body Slam too. Maybe Body Slam's the better play, but no, I'm gonna Earthquake. 73, they get up Trick Room. The question is, do I keep Quick Attack, or do I sack here. I think I sack this, then get in Vaporeon. As they tried to get in Celebi, I don't think that was a very smart decision. I'll sack this right here as they're healing wishing into the Hatterene. You don't have enough turns to win with that. Yeah, no way, dude. You can get 2 kills, but it's not gonna win. In fact, what I'll do is go Vaporeon on the Psychic, then I'll go back to Diggersby. And if they knock me out, that's great. If they don't knock me out, then I'm able to Earthquake them, and it's just as good. Yep, then I can go Dragapult, Shadow Ball to kill this, and then there's no way Vaporizing can solo my Conch plus Dragapult, so that'll be that. Yep, I'm able to knock that out, and Vaporizing can't win. At least I don't think there's a set that can win. Yeah, okay. Then I can bring this out. I can go right for Mach Punch and wrap it up. There we go, so I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I am at the 1600s at least, so there is that. This guy has Ice Cube and the Ice Cream, so I don't know if that forms like a Hail Core, but I guess Ice Face is something because you can't Dynamax to get it out anymore, obviously. He's really weak to Scarf, Diggersby, Earthquake. I actually wonder whether he has like a random air balloon on something, but I'm going to lead off with Drag. Against Surfetched, I think Draco would just OHKO this, and they don't have a switch in. If it doesn't though, and I lose my Dragapult, that's like bad on so many levels, so let's calc it to make sure. I'll put a bit of HP on it too. Okay, never mind, I don't have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna Draco here and knock you out. Okay, so that's good for me. I figured Draco could net me an early kill, but I didn't think it would be that easy. Here's the Vanillux. I can go... So there's a few good plays. I don't think Mandibuzz is doing very much for me, but it is kind of useful against their Dragapult, so we'll make the Vaporeon play. Yeah, that's the problem. I figured that could be one of the moves that come out. So I'll Protect her to stall a turn, and then I'll sack it. Okay, so obviously not the best. We'll make the Conkeldurr play here, and I'm going to go right for knockoff. As they go Ice Cube. I'm not quite sure why. I'll go for Drain Punch now, and just get my health back. They were literally going off the flinch, interestingly. I have a Mandibuzz. I don't care if you double to the Ice Cream. It honestly doesn't concern me. And free knockoff. If they go Vanillux, I think this was choice specs based off the Vaporeon damage. That was really strong. Yeah, okay, I figured it had to be. And unfortunately, due to their Spit F drop from Shadow Ball, I don't live this, but... No, I should keep Mandibuzz because it's still useful against that Dragapult. How fast is the Ice Cream? Is it above Celebi's speed tier? It isn't. Okay, so I'll go Celebi here. Blizzard's able to blow me away, but I think what I've done is put them in a position where Conkeldurr can come in again. Hit this up with the Drain Punch. I mean, good play, but it doesn't really give you very much when I have Mandibuzz. I don't want them doubling around, though. Maybe I should just stay in. Yeah, I'll go right for knockoff and let them knock me out. I think that's smarter than actually risking the Mandibuzz. And now I can just Earthquake here. And they can't reverse me with Ditto because my Dragapult outspeeds it, so that's dead. Like, they can go Ditto, this will die. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I figured that I didn't want to continue switching around there. It was way too passive. And my best play right now is simply to Earthquake. They're able to win the tie. They don't get the full para, so they're dying to Hail here, and then Mandibuzz is able to beat the Dragapult. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the speed tie first. How about that? Because at least this way I force them to lock Draco as well. As they try to Thunderbolt going for paras, and I'm able to win the game. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. We see Beware. This is definitely Trick Room as well, right? There's no way this isn't when they have Hatterene and Mimikyu, but maybe I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm going to lead off with my Diggs because... Look, if they lead Crawdaunt, it'll be a bit more annoying, but they lead Beware. I think right here I can go right for... No, I shouldn't stay in. We'll make the play into Celebi instead. Darkest Lariat hurts, but I can Psychic. Almost knock it out. That damage is worth it, though. And what I can do is bring back Diggersby and Earthquake, I think, is the best play. I mean, I could really go anything. I could actually get my Flame Orb right here if I want to. I think that's probably the best play. They're not going to go hard into Mimikyu. That's like an insane play to make. When you could lose Disguise by doing that. Would they go hard Mimikyu? Like, I don't know how much speed they have on this either. That's the thing. But it might be Choice Band looking at the damage they did earlier, so I'm going to knock off. Just in case they make a wild reader like that for no reason. I think it's Choice Band, and I also don't think they have the speed at all. This is looking like a Trick Room team, so I'm going to try to call that here. The question is, can I beat Hatterene under Trick Room, if that's the set? It depends on its moves. Vaporeon might be able to take it on, but if this is a Trick Room team, it's a lot more threatening than the other one I faced. I have to admit that. So they didn't have the speed for me, which is really good too now, and they were Choice Band. I didn't actually know the calc, but just 97% against my Celebi seemed kind of... No, they didn't do 97, they did 89, okay. So now they can go Mimikyu, and obviously Mimikyu is a threat. I'll go hard Vaporeon against that every time. Best case they don't SD, but I think they should. Just trying to set up my Diggersby to Earthquake. But there's a few things I have to keep in mind. I don't want to get swept by Weakness Policy Rhyperior, so if it is Solid Rock Weakness Policy, that's an issue. I wasn't able to get Rocks up, so I need damage on Hatterene before Diggersby can win. Yeah, it's definitely not free for Diggersby at all. Like, I might have to play this pretty aggressively to get what I need here. So, Hatterene comes in. Interesting. I think this is a really big threat to my team. So is Conkeldurr to theirs, but I'm gonna Facade. Do 99 and Mach Punch it after. So it is Trick Room, yeah. They're not gonna risk Mimikyu. There's literally no reason to risk Mimikyu for a 1% hat. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't. Okay. So I'm able to knock out the Hatterene, so Aggression is able to work out for me there. Here, I can scout what move they go for by going Mandibuzz. As it is Boom Burst, so now my Dragapult can come in. I'm still going to go for U-turn, because I figured they would want to double this in, trying to catch that and get a kill, so I'm never going to let that happen. And now I bring back Conk and play more mind games. Do I Mach Punch? Do I go for Knockoff? What do I do? I think I Mach Punch every time here and knock it out. This guy's not going to risk the Mimikyu based on how he's been playing. He plays safe every turn. And to be fair, I'm playing safe every turn too, and it's working out for me. So out comes this. This is a really big problem. I'm going to Drain Punch it. So it looks like it was just Citrus. It's not Weakness Policy at all. I'll go for Knockoff here. Yep, I figured that would be the turn. And that's going to probably win me the game with Diggersby at that point. Because this is a Trick Room set, right? So they can play rough. I go Diggersby and Earthquake Sweep. And that'll be that. I think. This will die. That was Citrus. Even with Solid Rock, it can't kill me. Well, Solid Rock doesn't boost their damage, but... Oh, that actually lived. Huh. Did I lose? No, I didn't lose, because I can do this. And then all I need to do is stall Trick Room, and I'm still fine, but... Makes it interesting. I'm not gonna let USD for free, though. I knew they were gonna try to do that on Protect randomly, so... I'm able to knock that out, and there's nothing this can lock, because I have moves for immunities for everything. I guess I don't have a Sludge Wave immunity, but obviously Sludge Wave isn't beating my Diggersby, and I can just stall Trick Room. I'll be right back. So I have another game right now. Knockoff Close Combat Zera is definitely going to be a problem. They have no Ghost Resist for my Dragapult though, so that's excellent. I think what I'll do is lead Celebi. Against the Drag, unfortunately. This is actually really tough, because if they're U-turn, they get the freest U-turn into Zera right now, and that's really annoying. Yeah, I have to go Mandibuzz anyway, but... Yeah, they go for U-turn. They're gonna get into Zera, and let's see what sort of set they are. I'm gonna make the Celebi play, and if they knock off, they knock off. So they are Life Orb, they go for Plasma Fists. I believe this knockoff roll is pretty in my favor. Let's see here. Celebi, I don't know why that took me so long to find. Against Zera. Oh, you mixed. Knockoff is doing 73 to 85. Never mind, it's very much not in my favor. And this is my rocker too. Okay, they don't have it. That's really good for me. Yeah, knockoff Zera is a really big problem, but luckily they don't have it. That's actually going to probably help me out a lot. Not win me the game, because they have other threats like Conk and Clef, but it'll definitely make it possible. I'll go Dragapult here on the Defog, because I really want to start throwing out some Shadow Balls. That was a crit Spit F drop. Obviously, the Spit F drop doesn't matter. Let's see what they do. This is the point where they go Zera and show Knockoff now. I guess maybe they have it, and they just didn't want to risk Celebi not dying. That would make sense. Okay, this is like Screaming Scarf. And they go for Shadow Ball. Yeah, I'm not staying in, dude. I think I could just take my Knockoff now, too. Knockoff is really good on anything. If you roost, you roost. I don't care. I'll go Dragapult, and this time I think I Flamethrower. Now I should Shadow Ball again into Clef, just to do a bit more than I normally would. And I think at this point I want to try to get up those rocks, like I mentioned. Is there anybody who desperately needs a wish? No, so I can get up rocks here. Corviknight's going to come in. We'll go Drag, and I'll Shadow Ball again, just to continue pressuring the Light Gengar. Yeah, because they're going to keep on making this play, but they're playing so recklessly. Like, I've had Spidef drop them just like that. They can't do anything. Yeah, that's why this was not going to work out for them, playing defensive, and I Spidef dropped that too. Okay, well that's really lucky. The double Spidef drop is definitely pretty unfortunate. Yeah, because now I have Clefable in range of 2 Shadow Balls, so they have to sack somebody. Probably one of them. Like, they're going to sack the Toad, and I Spidef drop that as well. Okay, Spidef drop OPJellicent, I guess. Good U-turn play. I could have Shadow Balled and probably just won, but I still have this Celebi right here, and we're going to make the U-turn play as they play off to try to break through it instead. Okay, so I think I win with Conk because they're Scarf Drag instead of Specs, so they can't kill me with a Draco, but I don't want to just assume I win. I think here I will go Conk, get my Flame Orb up, and go right for Knockoff. On Corviknight. And I can Drain Punch here, knock it out. That's why that speed is so valuable. Clef won't outspeed me. I can knock that out too. That's why fast Conk Elders are really good. And yeah, they can't do anything. I got so lucky this game against the 3 defensive Pokemon. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got another game right now. My opponent has a Corviknight and a Toxapex, so I have to break those down. Alongside a Hippo. Jeez, okay, that's gonna be hard. I'm honestly surprised that Seismitoad takes 2 Spec Shadow Balls even with the Leftovers. Like, I thought for sure it would die, but it just ate it up. My Diggersby can win, but I need to get rid of Corviknight with either Fire Punch or Conkeldurr. What I'll do is lead Diggs, I think, but if they come out, oh, it's a bit bad, so let's go this. And I don't know how crazy this guy is, so I'm just gonna go for Draco. If he goes Togekiss, it's not the end of the world, but okay, he goes Pex and it gets like blown away. We'll make the Celebi play now, because he'll either go Corviknight or Togekiss. Ideally Togekiss. Actually, both are pretty bad. I want to get up rocks, though. I just realized, if it's Scarf Togekiss, I literally have to break their flinches, or else I lose. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. Okay, so they stay into Baneful Bunker. And then they Baneful Bunker on my rocks. This guy's playing very passively. I'll click... Actually, I'm going to U-turn here. He's going to switch out into one of these. Or either like a really aggressive Obstagoon play. Like, he goes Corviknight. Yep, I'm able to catch it. And let's get in Drag. And let's go right for... Let's go right for Flamethrower. I don't think he's pivoting Pex again. He knows I'm Specs though, so he could easily make the play. I just don't want this thing into defog for free. Like, if he's defogging, I want to pressure it for Diggersby. That's the thing. That's very Spidef. And he doesn't defog, he goes for Iron Head. So there's the Pex, but I got the damage I needed for Diggersby, I think. I still got a weaken Hippowdon. This match is really difficult. We'll go Celebi here. If he gets up a T-Spec, I have to defog. With Mandibuzz later, so that's a bit tough. I think he's Toxic though, or he's just Baneful Bunker, Haze, Recovered, Scald. Yeah, he's regular Toxic, okay. So Scald Recover on last 2 moves, obviously. And then we'll click U-turn this time. No, because if he stays in, I just get Toxic on somebody else and lose the game. I still have to do it, like I can't allow Corviknight to come in and recover. I have to get this play right. If Corviknight comes in, it has to choose between recovering or defogging. I think I can afford to let that happen. Can I? Psychic wouldn't kill this, I think. Although it is super effective and these are Fizz Def. I'm gonna go for U-turn. Would he Toxic again? I don't know. I'm gonna Psychic. He knows I'm Leftovers. Let me actually calc whether he lives or not. That might make the difference here, whether he stays in. Toxapex would... It would live. Okay, because Toxapex is very bulky. No, I have to make sure Corviknight stays low. It's not worth, like, even if he Toxics again, I think the Corviknight being low is better. Yeah, that's definitely the better way to look at this right now. Keep Corviknight low, keep my rocks up in case it's Scarf Togekiss to pressure that for quick attack. And I should be able to do it with Diggersby. I don't think it's that big of a deal if somebody else gets Toxic right now. And if he does stay in, I think I'll go Conk to get Toxic. Because at least that way I'm pressuring something. I obviously couldn't go Diggersby. I could go Vaporeon and spam Scald until I get a burn on this, but I would just be losing Vaporeon for no reason, and then I'm in the same position, right? He's really thinking about this turn. I don't know what he's thinking about, but you either click Toxic and be aggressive, or you go Corviknight and try to roost it. Like, those are the two plays. Maybe he's really indecisive about what play he wants to make too, because he knows that if he roosts the Corviknight up, he can actually win. So he's going to try to get the roost off. I'm not going to let it happen. Okay, because I think this is the Pokemon that would probably make him more inclined to stay in. So let's go for Fire Punch. If he goes Komodo, he goes Komodo, but I'm going to try to catch this here with Fire Punch. And plus, I could always burn Komodo. He could also go Hippo to get up rocks. It's probably Rocks Hippo and then something else on Komodo now that I'm thinking about it, but if he gives this to me here, that would be amazing, because then I can just click... Actually, I can't. He has another flying type. But I could click Body Slam a bit more freely and spread Paralysis, ideally. He's not going to give it to me, though, and the thing is, I have to always call it coming in as long as it's alive, because if he roosts it, I lose everything that I've tried to do so far. 15 seconds, he's just not going to play. Please play, dude. I don't want to... this is actually an interesting game. I want to see whether I can beat your team or not. Come on, Big Chub. Come on. He's not going to play. Man, that sucks. I actually thought I could win this legit, but I'll be right back. Well, that was kind of lame. Obviously, I care about the points, but I care more about trying to see whether I can win a bad matchup or not. I think right here, this guy definitely has Aurora Veil offense. I'll lead off with... We'll go Diggersby, and just Earthquake this immediately, I think. Or actually, we'll Fire Punch it. I don't knock it out. They try to go for Hypnosis and end up missing. I don't know why they would risk that instead of just clicking Aurora Veil immediately. Like, sure, my Diggersby is a problem, but was that really worth it for you, dude? He's gonna U-turn, but I have to go Vaporeon anyway. There's no other play here. Yeah. I could call it, but like, at the end of the day, Veil going up isn't gonna lose me the game, right? It would be a bit annoying, but I think I can still win. Yeah, he's gonna get the Veil up now. I don't think he would risk Hypnosis again. Like, that seems really careless. He's actually just risking Hypnosis for no reason. I don't really understand why. Okay, well, I can bring this in and go right for Body Slam. He doesn't really have good plays against this, and he risks Lucha. Okay, I think I kind of understand how this guy's playing, so I'm going to try to... Yeah, he's playing way too aggressively. Like, he SD's just hoping I don't stay in. I still have Infiltrator Dragapult to go through this, so I'm not even scared of that. The point was I couldn't let him SD and get Unburdened for free. This guy's definitely just going to Dragon Dance immediately, too. I know it. It's so obvious how he plays. Can I get a Para? Like, I haven't gotten a single one. We'll make the Mandibuzz play here. Actually, I'm going to Body Slam again in case he tries to go for double DD for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I don't know why he does it. Like, and then he got a crit right there. What's the point? Like, that Body Slam would have put him in range of Mach Punch after the Veil went down. And then I could have also just quick attacked if that Mach Punch, for whatever reason, didn't kill. So what is this trying to do? Rapid Spin SD sweep me? Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. I'm gonna Drain Punch it. Okay, that O-code me. Jeez, there was no need. Well, I think I win. I can go right for Earthquake and knock this out. He can't Rapid Spin without dying. Subtracts that off, he's gonna get up screens again, but it's over. Unless it's bulk up Grimmsnarl, but I don't even think that can win. Because I'll attack it here and then beat it with Vaporeon. No, it's just a screen set. So, his win condition is literally flinching my team down. He might have Sucker Punch right here, for all I know. Goes right for Taunt. And then, yeah, he actually can't win because I get enough damage to where he just dies to Life Orb. Yeah, this game felt even... Like, this is probably the freest game I've ever played on the ladder. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, and then I'll knock out Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, like, I think the crit sucked, but it wouldn't have... I think I would have been fine. Like, with the double priority, I don't think there was a way I lost. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have the triple ghost double steal guy. I don't think I've ever lost to this team, but this might be the time because Mimikyu is a really big threat. I'm gonna obviously try to play, though, and win. Maybe I can find some opening, but let's lead Drag against Mimikyu, actually, so I can go right for U-turn. If he gives me the disguise immediately, that's really nice, so let's go ahead and take it. Goes for SD. I'll just Scald here, as he actually misses. And then I burn him? Okay, well, Life Orb, burn, miss. That was really lucky, but I still don't agree with how he played that. Speaking of the opening, that was like the freest opening I could ask for. This is DD. Okay, it's Dart's physical Life Orb. Threatening set, huh? I mean, I guess I give it to him. There isn't really many other options, right? And then we'll make the Conch Elder play here to go for knock. I think if I can get rid of this, even if it costs me my Conch, I might be able to do this. I'm just a bit worried about Bisharp, but I think I can beat that. So goes hard Komo. Oh, I figured he might make this play for hazards. I'll get up mine then. Yeah, I think that is the smarter option here. Kind of wish I had Dazzling Gleam at this point, because I thought he would go Hydreigon, if anything. I'll U-turn into Vaporeon. SD isn't something that I'm worried about, and if he's that bulky, I don't have to care, but he's gonna knock me out, obviously. Tough turn. If he goes Hydreigon, I lose. But I think I'm gonna Earthquake and knock it out. He's gonna go Hydreigon after. At least this way, I can try to win this scenario, but yeah, I don't think it's happening, because if this is Scarf... No, I'm being too negative. My Conch Elder can still do it. Alongside Scarf Diggersby, because as long as I prevent the Swords Dance, Diggersby can take the Sucker Punch, so that's pretty good. Yeah, but Celebi is definitely the expendable Mon. Okay, so he has Life Orb. I can actually recover up this turn. Yeah, this is why I wish I had Dazzle. That's a really big problem. The fact that I don't. I can't really lose to this though, so I'm not really worried. Goes right for Flamethrower, does 80. That's a yikes, but I'm just trying to let him knock me out. That's really all I care about. There we go. Then what I do is I go Conch and Mach Punch. If he goes hard Dragapult, I think it might be game, but I don't think he will. He'll sack this. He actually ends up switching in Komodo. I can Drain Punch health back here. Or he can crit me with Clinging Skills, and that might be it. Maybe I'm being... No, I think I lost, because I have to lock Body Slam. He goes Dragapult after Dragon Darts, and that's it. Because there's not a single move I can lock right here, unfortunately. I guess my best bet is to try to lock something with Dragapult instead of going for the Diggersby, since I know for a fact Diggersby can't win right now. So he kills me. What should I lock? I guess... Let's just try to take our kill, and then... Yeah, that's gonna be that. I think I might have had a shot at this if I didn't get crit with the Conch, but I did get quite lucky this live in another game, so I'm not really gonna complain about that. I'll be right back. So I am gonna take an L-Red there. Kind of unfortunate. I thought the way this was going I might be able to pull out an undefeated live, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. It's all good though, I still netted a lot of points. I'll go ahead and lead off with Drag. Drag is amazing. And then what I'll do is go right for... So, if I were them, I would go Pharaoh. I'm not really scared of Pharaoh coming in when I have Celebi. Let's go for Draco. And then let's go Celebi and try to get up rocks. Celebi isn't as good here against the Rain team because I lack a grass move, but Vaporeon, on the other hand, can definitely try to help me out. The problem is Mantine can just sub up for free on that, so it's just something I have to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and get up those rocks like I mentioned, then I might actually U-turn out into Conch Elder the following turn. Or actually, the better play might just be to spam Psychic. So out comes Mantine. I think this might be trying to sub here instead of going for... We'll go Mandibuzz. Hurricane, but they just go right for the Hurricane, okay. So they're Life Orb instead of Metronome. That's actually the first time I've seen that. They're all Metronome these days, but I guess Life Orb is pretty good too. They miss a Hydro, unfortunately, so they aren't going to be able to get their 2-ko. I think they Roost here, so that's why I'm going for U-turn. No, they want a Hydra again, okay. So I don't think it's worth taking the hit with the Dragapult, but the problem is everybody else doesn't beat this. Yeah, maybe I should have just stayed in. I guess I'll take the hit with the Drag, like, there's not a whole lot I can do besides that. I'll actually Draco. And then if they go back to Ferrothorn, that's all good. So it looks like they're going to Roost up again because they can take my hit, so we'll make the Celebi play here and U-turn. This is actually tough. Like, they go for Hurricane. Actually, that trade's not bad. I'm not too unhappy with what just happened because Mantine is low now. And I think that's going to put me a bit farther ahead than the Celebi being weakened. So I actually knock out Mantine. I didn't think they would give it to me for free, but they did. Now they can bring out Pharaoh to get up hazards, or they can go back to Pelipper, which I figured they might. Psychic might just straight up put this in range of my Stealth Rocks, so let's go for that. Yeah, it does. That's the last of their rain, because they don't have hazard control. Once the rain is gone, I have speed control for the rest of the game, and Dragapult should have this. So I just have to survive the onslaught for 7 turns, and then I think this is mine. So there's the Dracovish, and the fact that I have a Protect Vaporeon just makes it so much easier. Yeah, I think this is mine. There's not a whole lot they can do once the Pelipper gets put in range of hazards. I wonder if the Mantine had Defog on last slot. So there's that. I'm just going to stay in here and stall their rain. Like, there's no reason for me not to. I think they're going to double out trying to abuse it, but... like, if they stay in, that's fine. Actually, my best play is Wish. Yeah, in case they power up, I just want to Wish Protect. They go right for Leechy, that's all good. Let's go right for a Scald. Yeah, they can't do anything with the rain because Vaporeon's here. Water Absorb is so strong against rain. That's why, like, Seismitoad, Vaporeon, Gastrodon, if you have any of them against rain, it's I don't want to say it's an auto win, but it's just so free. Should I play a bit aggressively and go Conk for no reason? No, I should Scald. Yeah, there's no reason to do such a thing. I just get in Conk after. So Pelipper's basically dead. They're gonna get up all of them, it looks like. Which, I'm not gonna defog, I have no reason to. I think they might try to catch my Conk at some point, but I'm not gonna ever hard switch it. Yeah, no point. All I gotta do is try to get chip on this for Dragapult, and Dragapult should sweep. Yep, they try to power up. I'm assuming they tried to catch Conk, or maybe just wanted to hit this for all I know. I think I'll actually give them the Mandibuzz just to get up hazards. That could be smart. Now, I do have to be careful because if Vaporeon's in range of Barraskewda, then I don't have control for that anymore, so it looks like I will be able to get my knockoff into this, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm not going to defog though, there's no reason. They can get up 10 layers of spikes, but I'm not getting up rain again. Yep, so there's that. We'll make the Conkeldurr play now, and I think this is the beginning of the end for them. Or maybe for me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have something that I'm not thinking of. Jolly Barraskewda reaches 408, so it does outspeed my Adamant Diggersby, but I have Timid Dragapult. So they sack that off to get in Dracovish, right? Then they should make the prediction calling Vaporeon. Yeah, and my best play is always just sack Vaporeon and then get in. Okay, here I can just Drain Punch. I don't know what this is trying to do. That's actually careless. I should go Vaporeon either way. No, but they're going to Earth Power. They're not going to click Hydro Pump, I don't think. And I think I want to put this in range of Dragapult. No, let's go Vaporeon. As they tried to play off the, like, Super Choke, so I can Scald here. They might double Hydro, hoping I try to double on the Ferrothorn, but there's no reason for me to. Yeah, I wasn't actually sure whether I could live Life Orb or not, which is why I made the play that I did. But that's the damage I needed for Dragapult to be able to Shadow Ball. Yep, there's the Ferrothorn play. It was eventually going to happen. Let's just Scald till I die, like I mentioned. Actually, do I want to? Actually, I should, yeah. There's no reason not to Scald till I die. They're missing Leech Seed too, so that's kind of a yikes. But yeah, I just keep Dragapult, Conk, and Diggersby, and Earthquake, Shadow Ball, and Drain Punch should have this. So they're able to finally get their recover. They should get up the third layer. I don't think it'll make a difference, but they should. Like, let me just make sure that Barraskewda dies to Specs Dragapult. Barraskewda. Okay, the guy gets blown away. I was gonna say, no way you can live that. So I can Scald here. They're probably just Gyro Ball on last slot then. They keep on playing off the choke, but I'm never gonna choke this. There's that. Should I go Dragapult first? Okay, first of all, if Dracovish doesn't live Dragapult's Shadow Ball, it's over. Like, straight up. There's nothing they can do. Dracovish. Okay, it does. So I have to Mach Punch it into range of it. Right here, I think the best play is to go Conk. And obviously just click Drain Punch. They're going to sack this off. There's no reason not to. And then their best play after is to go for that, yeah. But I don't think there's a way that they can stop my Diggersby plus Dragapult. Like, they have hazards up, they have chip, but I think I win this scenario right here. They're gonna make the Seismitoad play. My best play is to Mach Punch. Ensure that it's not doing anything here. They should just Earth Power, obviously. Or, I guess Hydro Pump if they want to risk the miss, but I don't know why they would. I guess there is a reason to Hydro Pump if you want to call the Diggersby choke, but I'm not gonna do that. I just don't want to have to rely on Draco hitting to win. That's the thing. If I have to hit Dracos, that would suck, but... Like, let's say I Mach Punch right here, right? I kill them. Then what's going to happen is... No, I'm not going to kill them. They kill me. Then I go Diggersby, Earthquake. Then they go Barraskewda. I think I have to hit Dracos, actually. If they come back, I think I have to hit 2 Draco Meteors to win, because Shadow Ball doesn't kill Dracovish. That's what it's looking like, but I don't think they're going to come back from the looks of things here. 30 seconds. I hope they do. This is actually a really intense endgame, but... Yeah, it isn't as free as it looked initially. Unless I'm missing something obvious. Like, if they're Adamant Barraskewda, I think I would win, because my digs would outspeed it, but... Yeah, I think I have a guaranteed win here if I hit the 2 Dracos, but it doesn't look like they're going to go off that. I'll be right back. So this will be the final game right now. I definitely want to try to get Vaporeon to wall Dracovish ideally. And then if I can get rid of Corviknight, I can spam Earthquake, which would be really ideal. I wonder what Hatterene is trying to do, because Trick Room Hatterene is actually a pretty big problem. We'll go Celebi, and I'll get up early rocks here. They might U-turn, they might also hard go Corviknight. I don't think they would risk Specs Leaf Storm just OHKOing them, but it doesn't look like they cared whatsoever. Okay, well that's unfortunate. We'll go for the U-turn and keep this around. And bring in Vaporeon on the Defog, okay. Well, that's concerning. I'll try to Toxic, as they actually give it to me on Pelipper, so... I mean, not super useful. Pelipper is just here to get a brain at the end of the day. Out comes Pharaoh. We'll make the Celebi play right now. As they T-Wave, but as long as I get up rocks, I don't really care about the T-Wave. So, come on, Celebi, do your thing. I know I'm really risking this because they have Hatterene, but that's actually really annoying, the full para. Like, because they could Magic Bounce it, but I figured, like, Trick Room Hatterene might be an endgame they're going for, so I don't think they would actually do such a thing. Yeah, now they're gonna get more momentum. Sucks that I couldn't get up rocks, because I even made the prediction they wouldn't go Hat. Which is pretty unfortunate, but I'll try to Scald Burn this. Power Up hurts a lot, and Scald does nothing under Rain. Okay, I'll give it to them and then try to get in. What can I do here? I still need the water immunity, actually, for Dracovish, so I can't give this to them. Well, let's try to knock it off. How about that? I don't think they're going to give my Vaporeon a water absorb. I'm going to knock off whatever this item is. Yeah, they tried to call it, and I knocked off Choice Band. And now we're going to make that play into Vaporeon. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to U-turn, yeah. I figured, let's play it really aggressively, and that put them in range of that Shadow Ball, right? Oh, it didn't. Never mind. Earthquake, maybe? No, I still can't Earthquake it either. Okay, we'll threaten them with this. And then... I'll go right for Flamethrower. I think I'm willing to be that aggressive. Yep, and knock out the Pharaoh. It was either Pharaoh or Corviknight, so... I'm able to knock out the Ferrothorn, and things are suddenly looking up. Like, this is not that bad. I can spam Shadow Ball now very freely. I got rid of Ferrothorn, which is one of the big things stopping my Diggersby, but the one thing I can't get careless against is that Hatterene. I have to make sure I have a Check the Trick Room hat. They might try to get in Barraskewda at this point, which has a really good matchup against my team under Rain currently. Yeah, they're going to go Barraskewda with 7 turns of Rain. What I need to do against that is... Okay, I'm going to sack this off to Crunch. Yeah, and then can Conkeldurr take Psychic Fangs? If not, this might just be over anyway, despite all those plays that I made. Yeah, Barraskewda's a problem, huh? Did the last guy have a Barraskewda? He did. How did I beat the Barraskewda that time? Oh, he gave me the Rain Setter, that's why. Okay, well, this isn't a play, this isn't a play. The only play is either Vaporeon if it lives, or Conk. So we'll make the Vaporeon calc first against Barraskewda. Okay, it looks like if they're Life Orb, I live anything but Adamant Close Combat. If I go Conkeldurr, how much is Psychic Fangs doing to me? Okay, Conkeldurr lives Adamant Psychic Fangs, so that's another thing I can try here. I think I go for the Conk. Oh, with Liquidation is stronger, right? Under Rain. Okay, I still live that. So just don't crit me. Please. Okay, it takes 12. I don't know what 12 means, but I think Facade might kill. So if I'm not statused, that's not the correct drop-down menu. Drain Punch is doing 10, so they're not like super Fizz Death. So if they're just max HP without that nature... Okay, it looks like there's some sort of offensive set, so let's say that's their set, and I have them, and I'm burned. Facade is 87 to 102, they're at 94, I'm gonna click it. Yep, and I got it that roll. I think I needed to go for that, because if they get up Trick Room, it's so bad. So out comes the Dracovish. My best play here is to go Vaporeon on Psychic Fangs. Protect it off. This might have been a choke, actually, I think... No, because Conkeldurr is still at full for Barraskewda, so that's the problem with their strategy. Just live this hit Vaporeon, there's nothing they can kill me with, yeah. And now I get to protect and get all my health back, and that should be it. I'm not going to choke here and not protect. Okay, I think I have this. Barraskewda. I have no reason not to just wish up again. And I don't have Pelipper on a timer. Yeah, I do. I don't know what this guy's trying to do, but he's going to leave, and I think on that, we will go ahead and end things off. I don't think he's coming back. I guess we'll wait it out and think about this scenario, but how would I beat Corviknight with the remainder of what I have left? I have Specs Flamethrower, and if I can get rid of the Rain, which Vaporeon can solo, I should beat it. Now, I guess the one way they could win is if they were Bulk Up under Rain. That would definitely be scary, but I think maybe Drain Punch Blam plus Scald Burn plus Shadow Ball, if they're not Mirror Armor, could do enough. So I don't think I can lose this. Unless I got really unlucky versus like Bulk Up Corviknight, but we'll see. I don't think they're coming back. 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Yeah. The fact that I could live right there with Vaporeon made all the difference. I don't know whether they played off a choke by going for a Liquidation, but I had no reason to switch this out, and yeah, we're gonna win. And that is going to be the live, so 9-0 live with Vaporeon, I think, right? I didn't lose a game. I don't think I did, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. You can find the team down below in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Later.